so today's video is going to be an enclosure tour for Ellie's tortoise table. So this video has been requested quite a lot lately, and since I'd bought new things for Ellie's enclosure and it's changed quite a bit, I thought I'd go ahead and do a tour. So here's a little overview of Ellie's enclosure, and this is her kind of play slash food and basking area, and then she's got a little hide box there. So before I show you what's on the inside of her enclosure, I thought I'd show you what's on the outside. So just here we have a big safety plug socket, and in the plugs we've got one socket that's got a plug that leads to the UV lamp, and the other plug leads to her heat lamp, and they are both plugged into timers. And also next to her plug socket, so the sockets are just here, we've got this plug that leads to a heat mat in her little hide, and because it's obviously not winter anymore, I do have that unplugged, and I didn't want it to just drag on the floor, so I added this little shelf and put the plug in there so it's nice and tidy, isn't dragging on the floor, and is just generally out of the way. So first of all, I thought I'd show you her hide box. She's currently in here, but she is awake, otherwise I wouldn't really disturb her. But just on top of it, I've just got a thin pet blanket, and this is just to make it a bit prettier really. I have a thicker one over here in the winter time to keep a bit of heat in, but this currently is just to make it a bit prettier because it's just plain wood. So this just lifts right off, and then you can see Ellie's little hideaway inside. So this is what it looks like, and Ellie's a big tortoise, so this is quite a nice sized hide box for her. So as you can see, she's in this corner here, and then this is all the hide box, and she, for bedding at the moment, is on Pet Safe sand that we get from a local farm shop, and it's working perfectly for her because she used to be on soil, but for some reason she really didn't like it and it irritated her skin. So this has been much better for her, and of course she can still dig in it and burrow in things. And here's Miss Ellie just here. And then also on the side of her hide box, we of course have got this little door that leads into her bigger area. So Ellie's just currently thinking about coming out for a look, but this is her play area, and up here we've got a few decorations. We've got this fake plant, and I put that there because I liked it near the door. And then something new I've added since last time is this gaffer tape, and it's just zebra print, and I just think it looks really cute and goes with the theme of kind of jungly theme, and I really like it. It just gives it a bit of colour. Then just down here we've got a thermometer, you can see that there. We've got one on either end of the tank so we can know the exact temperature. And then just here we've got another fake plant which is disguising the wire to her heat lamp. And this is a new heat lamp, it just hangs up here, and it's a really good heat lamp. I'm really impressed with it and really like it at the moment. It's a nice big size and is in the perfect area. I really like this, and I'd recommend this. If you want to check out what kind of lamp this is and lampshade, then you can look at my tortoise haul, Ellie's on a Move. And then just in the corner here we have a new water dish. I change the water daily in this, and it needs changing because you can tell there's sand in it. But this is just her bathing or water dish. Her breed really loves to bathe, so they need a really nice big sized one. So I've recently upgraded this to a bigger one, and as you can tell by the size of her in the bowl, it's a really good size. So she's got that in that corner. And then just over here she's got a cuttlefish bone, and that's just to keep her little beak down. Just here we've got a stone. That's just for climbing and stuff, and at the back we have another stone. Some tortoises like more things to climb on, but it freaked Ellie out a bit, so I've kept it at a minimum. And of course, because I don't know her background story, I don't know why they freak her out in her enclosure, but it could be for any reason. But there she is. So she's just got a couple of rocks just to play on. And then just here we've got another thermometer that looks like that. I'll zoom in a bit so you can have a look at it. But that just looks like that. And then above the thermometer we've got this beware of the tortoise sign, which I think is really cute. And then next to that we have my new UV bulb and lamp, and the switch, as you can see, is right above the thermometer, which is great, but I generally don't use it. They're on timers anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that's the new UV lamp, and it's working perfectly, and that is a clamp lamp, so really like it, and I'm really liking these bigger fixtures than bulbs because I think they look a lot better, and Ellie seems to enjoy basking a lot more now, so that's always good. And then just here we've got Ellie's little friend, and this is just a fake tortoise that looked pretty in the cage, and sometimes it's always good to have a tortoise like this, a pretend one in the cage, because they will basically worry that they'll be in competition to eat their food first rather than the other tortoise. And of course this tortoise isn't going to eat anything, but it encourages them to eat at a good pace. And I found that that tip on a tortoise forum recently, so I already had the figure. I just thought it looked cute in her cage, and she seems to actually like it. She lies next to it and things. As you can see, she's just basking under the heat lamp at the moment. But that's pretty much her cage. I do also have a piece of slate that goes in the cage most of the time, because slate is good for wearing down their nails, and it also stores the heat. Well, it couldn't store the heat, but it stays warm for hours later after the heat lamp goes off, so it works really well. But because she's not had her enclosure without the piece of slate, and it's quite big, I decided to take it out for a change and just swap it around. And something that's missing, of course, is her food and food dish. Sometimes she generally prefers to eat off the ground, but I don't really like it because she's on sand, and I like her food to be clean and off the bedding. But I do have a bowl for her, but of course, being a tortoise, I fed her yesterday and she's munched it all up, and I feed her every other day, so no food in here just at the moment, but there will be tomorrow. So that's Ellie's enclosure. So here's one last overview of Ellie's enclosure, and here's Ellie. And if you can't tell how big Ellie is, she is a big girl. If I just put my hand on her, she's basically bigger than my hand, and this is a nice good size for her to do whatever she wants to do. She's been really comfortable in this, and because I don't know the situation she was in before, I have no idea what she was kept in, so we've tried to get this as perfect as possible, and I'm really pleased with the changes, the bowl and the new lamps and bulbs and everything. So she seems happy enough, so that's really, really good. So that is it, that's Ellie's enclosure tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed seeing a few changes and different things. I'm really, really pleased with how her enclosure's looking now. I feel it's much better than it was when I had the smaller lamps and smaller bowls and everything. She seems to be happy, so that's all that matters really. But you haven't seen Ellie for a while, and people have been requesting seeing her and seeing where she lives and everything. So I hope you enjoyed seeing her and everything. It will make a nice change. But thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all next time. Bye everyone.